Alrighty, welcome back to the Queek campaign, and this is loading in now post the 5.0 patch drop and the Thrones of Decay, of course. So I don't know for sure how exactly this is going to go, but this is actually the second time I tried to load in. The first time I noticed a problem where a lot of the different faction names disappeared because of the evolving faction name mod that we were using. That has now been updated, so fingers crossed. I'm kind of hoping that this will work now. I did drop most of the other cosmetic mods. It's just that that was one that was kind of critical. We had to include that one. So back to this campaign now. Since it's been a little bit of time, I'm going to give a quick status recap as far as I remember. So this is partly for folks watching. This is also partly to help me kind of organize my thoughts. But we obviously wait a minute, what was the message? Was it just the rating message that I just looked at? Anyway, I didn't pay attention to that last event, whatever it was. Okay, anyway, so Scarbrand turned out to be a little bit stronger than I anticipated when we declared war on him, and he appears to be ignoring his other enemies and focusing on us, which is unfortunate, but it happens. So we are basically stuck in a situation where his army is way too strong for our crappy little army here to take on out in the field, but we can hope that he might attack us where our garrison can help fight. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to move into the settlement and see whether or not he decides to attack us here. Now my biggest concern is that he may actually lay siege but not attack and try to cause attrition. Our winds of magic are incredibly low, which is unfortunate. And I would much rather be fighting this as a siege battle where we are on the defense as opposed to having to come out and attack him. But if he does lay siege and doesn't attack us, then I probably will go ahead and come out and attack him because I don't really want to suffer the attrition. Anyway, we'll play it by ear. Maybe, maybe our 40 units could defeat his 20 units. It seems like maybe they ought to be able to, except you look at his army. His army is incredibly strong. He's got 5 regiments of renown, but probably even more important is he's got 4 character units, including Scarbrand himself, and he is a level 40 lord. Our lord is level 13, and most of these guys aren't real high level either, so it's not really looking great for us down here, and this is our capital. I'd really hate to lose our capital, but, we are working on trying to improve the walls here. If he doesn't attack us right away, then at least we'll get some better units here, but we'll kind of see how that's going. Now, the other major development is not quite as dire. It's not great, but it is it's still something to take seriously, and that is that Emmerich, who is level 36 and has some character units as well, he was able to come up here and take Black Iron Mine from us, really without too much difficulty at all. That's a very strong army. Now, if he comes down here to Karak Azul, we do have, a 20 stack here in our garrison. We have the walls again to help us defend, but more importantly, we are sending Pestilikich up here to help defend this settlement. Now, Emmerich is not going to be able to reach to attack this next turn because this right here appears to be the extent of how far he can go in regular stance. He can reach it in march stance, but we're not too worried about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into ambush stance so he doesn't see us. We're going to go to here, and hopefully he won't see us. Our ambush there says 100%. Okay. Yeah, so we don't know exactly what it is, but it's at least 100%. So presumably he won't get pulled right out of ambush stance. And the reason why we're doing that is because we kind of want to lure Emmerich to attack Karak Azul, as opposed to coming over here and attacking Karak 8 Peaks. And that's just because we don't have the army over here to help defend Karak 8 Peaks. The garrison over here is also... We don't have the... well, I guess... Yeah, we don't have the garrison... I'm sorry, the walls built in Karak 8 Peaks the way that we do in Karak Azul. So this right here is giving us some storm vermin, some poison wind globadiers, and some rattling guns. Or at least that's what it would do when we get to the next level of it. It's not quite that good right now. Whereas over here we don't have the garrison building built at all, but we do have the benefit of... Doesn't look like the landmarks are giving us anything, but the barracks building is giving us a little bit, so that's good. And so if we look at this... Yeah, we basically have 6 storm vermin units that we would be relying heavily upon, but we don't have any great damage dealing units. So if he decides to head this way instead, we're going to have to basically build an emergency army, because this one right here is not going to be able to reach. So that's why I'm kind of hoping he comes down this way instead of that way, or even stays there. You know, it's possible he could stay there. It's even possible he could head back east, and that's something that I would like to encourage by taking Queek here and continuing to ravage his territory up here. So we've already taken 2 settlements from him. He does have another one down here, Bitter Bay, but that's kind of in the opposite direction of the way I want to go. We've got the Bone Gulch here. We're building... we've already built a garrison building here. I may want to go ahead and do this. We also took Ash Ridge Mountains, and we're building a garrison right here. So these are in decent shape to be able to defend themselves. They wouldn't win against Emmerich's army, but they would win against a weaker army. So yeah, so Queek here, if we kind of continue to put the pressure on Emmerich over in his territory, maybe he will come back east. So let's do that. We're going to jump into his territory over here. And maybe hit Darkhold, maybe head up to Mount Greyhag, maybe even go straight for Crookback Mountain. He does have another army right here, so if we were to go towards this direction up here, maybe that one would turn around. I would like to think that we could handle that army, but who knows? We'll see. Meanwhile, we do also have a problem down here with the garrison. I'm sorry, with the public order. So that is definitely a concern. We are getting the provincial instability at -9 right now. That'll go to -8 next turn. So our public order next turn is going to be -77, but the -13 will change to a -10, I believe, because once we go below -75, that will give us a +2 here. So we're still several turns away. It says there'll be a rebellion in 3 turns. It might actually be 4 turns. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not going to take the time to calculate any more than that. And quite frankly, I'm not sure I care all that much, because in 4 turns, the garrison building will have been built. The garrison here will have been replenished. And I think 19 units, even though some of them are crappy little Skaven slaves, I think 19 units in a minor settlement battle could probably defend against a rebellion army. And who knows, but by then this situation may have resolved, this situation up here may have resolved. So, not going to worry too much about the public order just yet. Now, anything else worth talking about? Let me just make sure I've got all of my armies doing what they need to do. He's just going to cower inside the settlement, very Skaven-like. He's going to continue an offensive. He's hiding and hoping to be able to get in a fight with Emmerich. Okay, that's it for the armies. The settlements, I want to save a bunch of money for an emergency army if necessary, so there's not really any high priorities for me right now in a settlement. This right here, Kradtamen, we need to do something here. His garrison's 14. We probably should boost that. probably the smartest thing for us to do. Over here. Not there. Not there. Over here. Yeah, we're okay. Over here. We're already doing what we can. Yeah, okay. I think we're... You know, these two right here, I'd like to get their garrisons up to level 3, but... And I'd love to get this up to level 4. But I gotta save some money. So... I think we're gonna leave them where they are for the time being. And we're just gonna have to react as best we can. Now, we do also have the dominating scheme that we could do. It would help with our control a little bit. And recruitment cost. Do we care about control anywhere else other than the newly conquered province? Not really. Doesn't look like it. This is the one place that we care about it. We're doing okay here. Alright, yeah, I think we're okay there. Let's go ahead and skip this, skip this, skip this, skip that. Research available. This we do want to do, obviously. Let's go ahead and... Oh, you know what? I just realized I need to check the diplomacy to make sure that the mod is working okay. Let's go ahead and go with some... I kind of think know your place, I guess. Loyalty for new recruits. I kind of want to get up into this area, but I guess I need more buildings for that. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do intensive training. Because I'm not going to have any new recruits anytime soon. Well, it's 4 turns. It's fewer turns. I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so here's the important thing. Fingers crossed. Okay. This is good. So before, a lot of these factions just didn't have... They had a completely blank name instead of what you're seeing here. So I'm not going to double check every single one of these. I'm going to hope that they are all correct. The mod has just been updated. I wouldn't be surprised if he missed something, but at first glance here, at least it looks fairly good as far as I'm concerned. Let's go ahead and take a look again at Emmerich and Skarbrand. Cathay, I'm not going to worry about too much. So Skarbrand still has just the one settlement. Their army is not, you know, their overall faction strength is not that much better than ours, but the fact that they're all concentrated into Skarbrand's army, for the most part, that's obviously what concerns me very much. They are at war. I mentioned how they're focusing on us, which figures. They're at war with 3 other factions that are, you know, major factions. They really ought to be distracted by some of those others, so it's just kind of unfortunate that they're coming at us. Unfortunate with, of course, the help of the anti-player bias, probably. And then Karazakrak, I'm not too worried about them. They're not doing great. They're still at war with Skarbrand and also the Ogres. And then finally, Emmerich. So Emmerich is actually overall weaker than us, which is good. But again, Emmerich's army is stronger than any one of our armies individually. They are also being hit by 3 other factions besides us. But it's just unfortunate, again, Emmerich has decided to focus on us. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So this is Malagor. He's a major faction. He might... 415. I don't know. Do we want to do this with him? We certainly don't want to go to war with him. He is at war only with Skarbrand, so it's not like we're going to tick off Skarbrand any more than we already could, because he's already at war with us. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. I'll take the 400. But more importantly, I will know that it's very unlikely he'll go to war with us anytime soon. And then... Okay, right here, we got... yes, this is the whole alliance thing. Well, considering our situation now... No, because he's at war with the Chaos Dwarves. And I don't really want to go to war with Chaos Dwarves right now, so I don't really want to make our situation
Why you contact me?
any worse. He would only give us 375 anyway, so no to all that. Oops, I didn't quite finish my quick deals here. No Confederation and peace treaty. We're quite far away from any peace treaties. Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and end our turn, and fingers crossed that this doesn't go horribly for us. He's attacking. He's not attacking. He is attacking. Okay, Pyrrhic victory. Again, incredibly tempting here. In fact, I may do auto-resolve. How bad would it be? We'd lose 2 units. I normally would never do this, but this is going to be a battle that might take the entire rest of the episode. And here's why I'm leaning towards auto-resolving, is because I want to do a couple of turns of this campaign to make sure that it's working correctly because of all the updates that have just happened to the game. I don't want to go through an entire hour-long episode without really testing whether or not this campaign is going to keep working long-term. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this Gleaming Pendant to somebody. Let's just give it to the best of our clan rats here. Yeah, because this is a walled city battle that I'm going to have to fight very, very carefully against a really difficult army. This is normally a battle that I would really look forward to fighting manually, but it's also going to be very intense and stressful and long. I would definitely want to take my time on it. Yeah, there'll be more battles like this, so I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve. Wow, that's interesting. We were going to lose 2 units, but since I applied this Gleaming Pendant. I hope this doesn't feel like too much of a cop-out, but I hope that my rationale here makes sense, because now I don't think he's going to get wiped out. I think he's just going to retreat after losing the battle. So it's not like this, you know, this is going to really abuse Skarbrand all that much. He's not going to be eliminated as a threat. Alright, well, I take it back. He did get wiped out, which is probably a good thing because we got really badly depleted here. 13,000. Wow, that's okay. Now I'm already feeling bad about this, but again, I had, I think, a reasonable reason for doing. I should remember that they were demons, and demons, yeah, demons aren't going to retreat. They're gonna disintegrate. All right, well, we're gonna take the treasury here. Well, you know, that at least it eliminates any chance that we have of. Oh, he's already... Dagnabbit! Oh, I forgot. I'm already a defensive ally with him. I wish this told me what the faction strength was. I guess I can see from right here. I'm incredibly tempted to abandon Clan Rictus here. I'm going to abandon Clan Rictus. I don't really want to be their ally anyway. And I don't want to go to war with the Chaos Dwarfs. I hate to do it, but you know what? As the Skaven seems kind of thematic anyway. You're on your own there, Rictus. You going to declare war on me too?
I dare you.
They've been... Oh, yeah, fine, whatever. Yeah, I imagine they don't like us too much right now. Alright, and then Emmerich. This is the other big one. We're not quite to Emmerich yet. I do want to capture that at some point, that Nagashazar. Okay, Emmerich didn't... We didn't see Emmerich move, so I guess he stayed where he was. Okay, well, that's a big win for us. Now, it was a little bit of a cheapskate win, I realize. But there will be other really big battles in this campaign, no doubt. And Mika, meanwhile, gets himself a nice little defeat trait award here. It's okay. Weapon strength and charge bonus. That's nothing to sneeze at. Got a little bit of control here. Authoritarian and Ally loses outpost, of course, because we're not allies anymore. Confederation, the Black Pit tribe. That's interesting right there. Okay. Mission successful. We got Battle Masters and some treasury. Razor Sack Darkhold, such pretty towers. Yeah, actually, we're on our way there right now. That's convenient. Okay, let me just look through the other messages. Our reputation is obviously going to be very, very low now. But we're already pretty much at war with everybody nearby, except for the Chaos Dwarves, and I didn't want to guarantee myself to be at war with them, so at least we bought ourselves a chance to not go to war with them. Okay, we got some good ranks there. We got our traits, of course, and the deaths in battle. Okay, very good. Very good. Let's take a look over here now at Emmerich. What did he do? He disappeared. I'm going to presume that that means he's heading back in this direction to fight Queek. Queek, meanwhile, can obviously not reach Darkhold, but he might be able to if we use the underway, the tunneling stance. Do I want to do that, or do I want to come back down here and try to defend these? I'm okay. If Emmerich decides to come back and take one of these, I don't really care. We'll take them back from him eventually, and in the meantime, they've definitely lost a lot of their value for him. I don't really want to build them up just to lose them, but overall, if Emmerich is going to take anything, I would much rather have him take this. You know, one of these two, probably this one right here, back, as opposed to taking anything over here. So meanwhile, Pestlick, it's you are going to go into this settlement right here. You can wait here for a moment. Actually, we'd be able to see Emmerich if he were here, so I'm actually going to move you out of the settlement. If I can click, there we go. Put you in channeling stance, because you do need some Winds of Magic. And you're certainly close enough to be aided by the garrison if you got attacked there. But I don't think I'm pretty sure we'd be able to see Emmerich if he was close enough to attack. Okay, Queek, you can go ahead and continue your rampage over here. Don't know if you're going to be close enough to hit this next turn or not, but they are they're one turn away from getting to the second level of the settlement, but that's okay. They don't have a garrison building built, so we would be able to take that, I think, relatively easily. Now, we do have money to go ahead and shore up defenses here. Why did I build two barracks? Boy, somebody should have pointed out to me what a stupid thing I did here, because I obviously don't want... I'll go ahead and get rid of the barracks here in the Bone Gulch, and we'll replace that with something else. Okay. Here you're already building the walls. We've already got the garrison maximized right there. We could, Karak Azul, we could go ahead and bump you up to level 5. Before I do that, let me just see if Karak 8 Peaks can grow. Karak 8 Peaks is still 9 turns away from being able to grow, so never mind. We're going to do this. And you can't do anything just yet. You guys are... okay. You, now. You're already level 5, which is good. You're already upgrading your walls, which is good. You're already upgrading this garrison. Or actually building that garrison. You're already at maximum. Everything over here is looking just fine now. You obviously need replenishment. You also need Winds of Magic. Right now, how much difference is there? You're getting 27 per turn inside the settlement. If I brought you out of the settlement and into channeling stance, you're getting 17 per turn. And all you are gaining at that point is 5? Really? Our Winds of Magic here are... They're calm. That's awful. Okay. How are the Winds of Magic over here? Calm. Calm. Tempestuous down here. This is just a ruined... Oh, we could actually take that. We could take that. We could run down there and take that. Death Gorge, that's a walled city if we take it. Oh man, that's awfully tempting. How much would it cost? 1,800. Well, close to 1,900. And then we could just we could get the combination of replenishing down here plus gaining Winds of Magic. Carrick Asgul here as a garrison is actually just fine. Yeah, we can get away with this. As long as... I think Scarbrand's military strength now is completely wiped out. No, it's not. He's... Look at our reliability. Very low. Oh, well, that's going to happen. Yeah, so we don't know where his other army is. If we were to come down to here... Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take our assassin. We're going to move him to here.
This way.
Just make sure that Scarbrand doesn't have another army down here.
I say move.
Okay, I don't see it. He is at war with plenty of other factions, so I think maybe we are safe. If we go into march stance, we could get down to here, but that would cause us attrition. I'm not prepared. Sure I am. Sure I am, and I just want to make sure that we're close enough to be able to go ahead and settle this next turn. If it means suffering some attrition for a turn, we can do that. Let's go ahead and get you moved out of the way, because I think that's right where he's going to be. March stance. Let's go. If this army gets wiped out, then it doesn't look like that's likely to happen, but that would be justice for the fact that I do feel kind of cheap for having... Can you get back in? Yes, you can. Okay. That would serve me right for having auto-resolved a battle. Okay, let's go ahead and give you... What am I doing with you? I'm just giving you magic. Okay. You've already got Ancient Cunning, so that's good. Let's give these other guys here.
Demon caller.
This is a Warlock Engineer. You need... I think we'll give you Doom Rocket. Ballistics Instructor. You get 2 skill ups. We're going to give you... Let me just see here. We'll give you these guys. Okay. Transform, you get 4 levels. Plague Rash. We're going to give you 1 of each. Okay. And then finally Transform. You get Replenished Troops, 2 levels of it. And what's your trait? You're Perceptive. So I can actually use you either in a... in an army or on the map. So I want to give you Assassinate. I want to use you mostly on the map, I think. Okay. So, Mika, this army looking awfully depleted. Queek, you're strong. Pestilicus, you're as strong as you can get right now. Our armies are all accounted for. We still have 9,000 left. Our public order is okay right now, so I don't really need to do this. What about... Do I not have the... Oh yeah, I'm already building the income boosting building, so that's... Oh, and that's going to give us access to indigenous plans. Indigenous plans is... Where? Alright, I'm going to have to look for us. How do you spell indigenous? Indig? Why am I not seeing it? Okay, let me do this a different way because I may have misspelled indigenous. Plans. Devious plans, ferocious plans, ruthless plans, virulent plans, monstrous plans, volatile plans, oppressive plans. Indigenous plans. Okay, I don't know why I didn't see this before. Okay, so we're going to have access to that, but we're not ready for it yet because we don't have this done. Okay, fair enough. The assassin building. Do we want to continue to improve the assassin building? Do we already have... We could do another warlock engineer, and we can do another chieftain, but we can't do an assassin. Let me, before I recruit the others, let me take a look here at the rest of this assassin building. Do I want to upgrade it, or do I even maybe want to demolish it? Uh-oh, I'm losing my voice again. Okay. Hero recruit rank for assassins. I don't care about the Eshin Sorcerer. I do want oppressive plans. I think, and this is going to give us volatile plans here, I think I'll keep the assassins building. It's not going to increase our capacity at all, unfortunately. But we have to start building these, more of these, in order to increase our capacity for assassins. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and hold off on this for the moment. I do want to build some weapons teams, but I don't want to turn a Queek campaign into a bunch of weapon team armies dominating the battlefield. I do want to continue to try to focus on Storm Vermin. So, and Clan Rats to a lesser extent. So, I'm not going to prioritize this because I'd be too tempted to make a bunch of weapon teams armies. Okay, and meanwhile, I don't want to lose this. I can actually now afford this building. Discoverability, because I don't want to lose this Warlock Laboratory, that's for sure. And then we've got another one over here, but we're not really in any imminent danger of this one being discovered. Okay. I could also maybe upgrade this. And I could also upgrade this. Let's do it. Let's do that. Ash Ridge Mountains... Even though I just said I'd rather Emmerich conquer these, if it looks like Emmerich is coming here, we can always cancel the build orders here. So there we go. That uses up pretty much most of our money. Think we have done all that we need to do. We're not recruiting, so I'm still not going to do the dominant scheme here. Dominating scheme. The food, we don't really need more food, right? We're at 72%. Actually, we do kind of need more food. Does this give us any benefit other than control and growth and food and recruitment cost? I think I'm going to hold off on it for right now. This I thought was going to drop to -10, but it actually dropped to -5. Maybe there was another event that was happening or something that I lost track of. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and do diplomacy. This is going to be very, very ugly because our reliability is so low now. Skarsnik, actually, even though our reliability... Oh, Skarsnik has no military. Ooh, this would be a good time to hit Skarsnik. He's losing the war against Thorgrim. Well, we're not going to make nice with Skarsnik when he's got no military at all. Because if we could, maybe that gives us an opportunity to take some territory from him. He's got Carrick drawn, he's got Blackrock, and he's got Valea Sorrow. And we want Valea Sorrow. I absolutely would love to get Black Crag as well, but I have a feeling that Thorgrim is going to beat us to it. But maybe we could use... If Imric doesn't come down this way, maybe we can use Pestilikich to try to conquer some of Skarsnik's territory. So I definitely don't want to make nice with Skarsnik right now, just in case that becomes a possibility. Let's go ahead and finish up this turn. Cross our fingers. Really, at this point, okay, that's bad. That right there is very bad. I'm going to have to run away from that army. I really hate to lose the opportunity to gain a walled city, but it seems very unlikely that we would be able to defend ourselves against that.
How can you best serve Clan Moors?
Okay, he's ended our trade agreement. That's going to happen. Can't really say I blame him. Reichland. Okay, we didn't see Thorgrim move. We didn't see Skarsnik move. Alright, Nagashazar. Just kind of wasting time by moving around a little bitty bit, but not actually doing anything. We still didn't see Emmerich move. Probably worth sending a hero out to try to find him now. We've got population surplus. We've got peace between Nurgle and Greasus. Very interesting. Trade agreement broken, of course. And demolition, construction, attrition. Okay, speaking of attrition, let's go ahead and jump down here. This army, yeah, absolutely much stronger than we are. Definitely going to have to abort this attempt to settle right here. We're going to go ahead and move you back into channeling stance and back up here. Scamper scurry away. That's fine. At least we were there for one turn to get a little bit of a boost to our Winds of Magic. That's very unfortunate, but it is going to happen. And, Queek, can you reach? You can reach. Very nice. Garrison of 9. No army in it. Trying to get the rally field built, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to. Emmerich, we still do not see. Okay, before I make that attack, we're going to take... Do we have an assassin here? We do not. We're going to take our Plague Priest, and we're going to send him up here. Okay, never mind. Found him. Found him. He is right there. We just weren't close enough to be able to see him. So he's settling in at Black Iron Mine. He's already got it up to the garrison, the watchtower built. It's already got a garrison of 12. That's okay. He'll give us an opportunity to take it from him at some point.
More magic. Yes, yes.
Just not yet. Okay, well now that we know that he's here, I feel okay about building these settlements up, and I feel okay about making this attack right here. Again, I'm tempted to auto-resolve. This is just a field battle. I think we would win this fairly handily in manual combat as well. I don't think it's going to make any difference. We'll suffer more casualties from auto-resolving it, but we're not going to lose any units. Any casualties that we suffer, we're going to get right back because we're going to be in the settlement. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve this one because of the same logic as before. I want to get another turn or two under our belts to make sure that this save game is working. By the way, if you completely disagree with my auto-resolving these battles, please make a comment and let me know so that in the future I know to not do that. Let's go ahead and occupy this at level 3. Loot and occupy.
My mind should just take hold.
Plus we got that reward. Now, our food situation is getting to be much more mediocre again, so I do have to keep an eye on that. You did get your chieftains here got a little bit of a skill up. Again, the winds of magic here are weak. We're suffering big issues with winds of magic pretty much everywhere. Let's go ahead and get you guys thick-skinned. If we put 3 points into it, it's an extra 15 armor. It just doesn't really feel worth it. I am tempted to give them the extra leadership, maybe. No, we'll give them the extra health for now, the extra hit points. Or the extra speed. First of all, are they on their bone breakers? They are. Okay. I can live without the extra speed right now since they're on their windbreakers, so I'll give them that. You... give you Trixie. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and take our assassin. This is Battle Agent Snickich. He is level 19. I'm going to... well, I'm not going to do it this turn. I'll do it next turn. I will send him out in the field here to try to be able to locate the other elven armies. I think one of them is going to be right up there because pretty sure it was right here, and Mount Silverspear was a Clan Rictus settlement before. Okay, so this army has moved. This army is staying where he is. This army has moved. Settlements now. We're okay right here. We have built this, plus they have moved away, so we're definitely in good shape now in terms of not being detected there. You are okay, I think. Darkhold. Oh, this is what I just occupied. I was going to say, how on earth is this? Did we get our buildings damaged by an event and I just missed it? And yeah, of course, we actually just captured this, Michael, so this is going to happen. I think we can spare the money to go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and do this. Would I rather have public order here? Not really. I think we're okay with this. Now, we're obviously not going to get the rest of this province anytime soon. We will build up the garrison enough to be able to... No, we need to demolish that, and we need to replace it with public order, because without any public order buildings here, this being the only settlement in the province that we'll own, it's going to just continuously suffer rebellions. So we don't really want to have that hassle. Oh, anyway, yeah, back to anything else here. Ash Ridge Mountains. Go ahead and build it, and that will do. Oh, no, before we do that, what did we want to do here? I think it makes sense to do that. 2 turns. We might even be able to save this from having rebellion at all. Okay. Do we have the mission to recruit an additional lord? We do. That might almost be worth doing, and then just getting a bunch of Skaven slaves in order to reduce the loss of control. We can afford it. Let me take a look here. Recruit Lord. We're 2 turns away from getting the boost to the recruit rank, but I think if we can pick one that's 3 to 8, that's good enough for us. And the fact that we'll be doing recruiting will help with the will help with his loyalty as well. Warlord, I would normally rather have disciplined, but warlords are pretty weak, as I recall. Pretty much the weakest of any of the lords that you can get with the Skaven. Master Assassin, Weapon Master, that might not be half bad. Strategist, that's not half bad. He's also 3 to 8. Do I have... Let me see what we already have. We've got Queek. We have a Warlord. And we have a Greyseer of Ruin. So I want to pick something different. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and recruit not a Warlord. I'm going to take the Master Assassin, and I'm going to give him Strategist, because the extra 5% is really good with the mods that we're using. So is Weapon Master, but I feel like this is a little bit better. So let's take this. It was 3 to 8, and of course, not at all surprising, his loyalty is 3. That does seem to happen an awful lot, that whatever the range is, it gives you the very, very bottom of it. I don't know if that's a legendary difficulty thing, but it sure doesn't feel completely random to me, because it does happen so often. Tougher than he seems. The extra hit points might be worth doing. But I'm actually going to give him this. I'm going to buff his units before I buff him, because I took the Master Assassin more for this line up here, mainly the Expert Ambusher and the Ancient Cunning. Actually, yeah, let's do... Instead of Inspiring Presence, let's do Ancient Cunning. Wait a minute, could I also do... No, I can't do that until level 6, okay. Ancient Cunning. Yeah, we want to make him an absolute beast when it comes to ambushing. And then meanwhile, we're just going to give him a bunch of Skaven Slave units, mainly just for the benefit of public order. Crappy little militia, sort of a police force. Okay, that I'm not going to do this yet because we're so low on money. Now, I can't afford to do this now. That's fine. All right. Lord not moved. I think that's Pestilence. We know that. Building upgrade available. We're going to save the rest of our money. We're not going to upgrade the Undercity. We will take a look at our diplomacy really quickly. But okay, Skarsnik clearly no longer interested in a non-aggression pact. He must have the tiniest sliver of military strength now. Alright, let's go ahead and end our turn. We're at, this will be good. We'll finish up Grow Your Forces just by recruiting Skaven Slaves. as long as that army doesn't rebel. And we're still quite a ways away from having 6,000 income per turn. Emmerich did not move. I am starting to feel more confident that this is working. Okay, he's going to declare war on us probably. Nope, just into the non-aggression pact. Okay, I'll take that. It's better than war. If we can get through the next few turns without anybody declaring war on us, then our reliability will slowly begin to recover. Follower gained, belt polisher. Okay, got several of those, got several breeders. Assassinate, this is very good. I do want to make sure that that gets applied. Another belt polisher, another assassination boost. Okay. Wow, we got a... Let me... Actually, I need to look at these. How exactly did we gain all these? That's for idle in a region with an order building. That's normal. Idle in a region with a breeding building. That's normal. These right here. Idle in a region with an assassin's building. Okay. Both of these. Okay. Yeah, they're the same thing. Never mind. That makes sense. Alright. Good to know. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. Or I should say the same thing this turn. He is not. He is not here anymore. He has left. Okay, let's try to find him. Emmerich, where oh where have you gone? Okay, keep going. Wow, he's oh, there he is. Okay, he was just off the screen. All right, so he has decided he doesn't like the fact that we are absolutely rampaging through his territory. Black Iron Mine, he did get that building built, but only 12 units. I think Pestilence can certainly take that. He could move back to help defend it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into ambush stance and move forward here. This is what I love about the Skaven. Yeah, because they're sneaky little rats. You are up to 4, so that's good. We're just going to continue to do... We'll go ahead and give you some of these. And you're up to 11 now. Hopefully that'll increase your loyalty a little bit more. And our public order is coming under control here. We gained ourselves another +1 capacity for chieftains, so I think that means we can recruit 2 more chieftains. We just have to decide which army to put them in. And Queek, you need the order building here. We can afford that as well. If I move you out, you would suffer attrition because this is high chaos corruption. So we're actually gonna... We don't need to leave you in. I'm gonna move you out. We are gonna lose a little bit of public order. But I'm gonna put you... No, I don't like how much attrition we would be suffering there. I do like the idea of being in ambush stance in case Emmerich comes this way. But I don't like the idea of suffering attrition. I guess I could do this and move him out. I'm going to move him out and see what Emmerich decides to do. If Emmerich comes directly towards Queek, we'll back up into the settlement to get the benefit of the garrison. Although the garrison is still pretty badly beaten up. It's better than nothing. If Imric comes down this way, then that frees up Queek to go ahead and head up here. Or to try to catch Imric in between armies. This is now a really good garrison. Well, not really good. It's actually mediocre. Maybe I needed to do... I need to prioritize. Oh, I still can't afford it. 4,400. No matter what I do, I can't afford it. Alright. Well, then back to this. And maybe the combination of the army plus the garrison... Maybe that's enough to hold off Imric. Probably not. We'll see if we can get Queek down there to help out. I'm not even sure that the level 3 garrison... Yeah, that's probably... Well, the rattling guns make a huge difference. That's really the big advantage to getting the level 3 garrison buildings, is for the rattling guns. Because he's got those flying... He's got those dragons. We really want rattling guns against those. But we just can't afford it here, unfortunately, so... Guess there's no point in worrying too much about that. We're in position to take this, if he allows us. We're defending, we're moving forward. Okay, I think all of our armies... Oh no, we still have Mika down here. Mika... He's coming towards us up here. This garrison is... still in pretty good shape. This army is obviously not strong enough to take on them. We're at 19 out of 20. We could actually... Let's go ahead and get another chieftain recruited here. We can actually get 2 more chieftains. We just can't afford 2 more chieftains.
All hail horned rat.
We have one of everything here already. Yeah, let's go ahead and do 1 more chieftain. We can... Wait a minute, let me just make sure. Have I already done the research to get... Yeah, right there. Leadership +5. No, that's... Yeah, hero rank, recruit rank +2 for chieftains. Okay, so we've already gotten these boosted as much as we can by tech. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Tactician is okay. Tough is probably better. Disciplined is what I want. Recruit you. Let's give you tail weapon and elusive. Let's give you... Didn't realize there was a trickster's helm. Wow, you've got some... You're in luck, buddy. I don't want to take the time to go through and rearrange all of the magic items, so we're just going to give you what's available, which is all really, really good stuff for the most part. I think I do prefer the Potion of Foolhardiness here for a chieftain, however. And then from ancillaries, you can get a bell polisher. I think you can get a breeder as well. Nope. Guess I can't put breeders on chieftains. Really quickly, I'm going to go through and make sure that everybody's got a bell polisher or a breeder. You do not. You do now, okay. Assassin, bell polisher, can you get a breeder? You cannot, but you can take the Eshin Apprentice. Okay. Mika, you don't have room for anything else, but you know what? I'm going to get rid of the breeder and the bell polisher on you to make room for other things. Warlock Engineer, you... Can you take a breeder? You cannot. Okay. You're a chieftain. You've got bell polisher. You're a plague priest. You can take a bell polisher. Can you take a breeder? Oh, you've already got a breeder. Never mind. Transform, you get the other... Ooh. Clan Scryer Saboteur, sure, we'll give that to you. Does our other assassin over here, does he already have that? He does, okay. Alright, finally, Science Surge, you've got Bell Polisher and Mechanic. That's all you can take. Chieftain, you've got Bell Polisher. Master Assassin, you can go ahead and take that and that. And magic items, we'll go ahead and give this to you. Sure, why not? And then Plague Priest, you've already got Bell Polisher. You can take... Never mind, you've already got an arcane item. And finally, Chieftain, you got Bell... Okay, alright, good enough. I think we're now over time. Yeah, we're right over an hour. Going to do one more end turn. I'm going to feel a lot better if we make it through this end turn without anything looking broken. That's going to give me the confidence that this campaign is working again, and then that will also be the end of any auto-resolving. You can actually... Okay, he is currently in March stance. He can reach you in March stance. He probably can't reach you in regular stance, but we'll move back just a little bit to continue to try to lure him up here in this direction. Next turn, we'll get the Chieftain added to his army, and who knows, maybe at that point we'll be strong enough to actually fight him. Probably not, because we still have a lot more replenishing to do, but with a lot of character units in this army, that at least would make him a better army. Okay, I think we are now ready to do... We'll do... okay, we're all the way up to low. That's good. We're checking diplomacy one last time, and then we will go ahead and end our turn. Cross our fingers. Keep an eye on that army from Scarbrand. Okay, it's chasing us. And then the, of course, Emmerich's army. Those are the two big things that I'm concerned about. Emmerich, you are okay. It's kind of what we figured. I could probably get some regiments of renown. If I can recruit the Rattling Gun regiment of renown there into Pestilikich's... Don't we already have a Pestilikich? I feel like we do. I feel like I've got two lords with the same name. They really need to increase the number of names that these factions use, because this is way too often, like Grog. We see the name Grog way too often. We see the name Festergax way too often. Okay, so Lizardmen, we don't care. Loyal again. Okay, that's fine. Know your place. Loyalty for new recruits. That'll be good. Mission successful. That's good. We get the Razor Standard. Armor piercing damage. Okay. Units recruited, of course. Buildings constructed, of course. Okay. We have Mika. We have Pestilikich. And then we have Pestilikich. It's just awful. Come on, man. How hard is it to come up with some new names? My goodness. You are a master assassin, so we are going to give you a... Oh, I'll have to remember to rename him at the beginning of the next episode, because I'm not going to be doing anything right now that's going to cause another save. Actually, maybe I can. Maybe I can reach... Yes, I can reach right there. That will save the game. So, back to you. I'm going to rename you as your name. What's a good assassin-sounding name? I think Chuck. Chuck sounds like a good assassin's name. If anybody has a suggestion for a name for him, please feel free to go ahead and put that in the comments. Chuck, you are going to be able to recruit some regiments of renown. as much as you can afford. Probably the sharpshooters here, as well as the teeth breakers. That will be our most effective deterrent, I think, against the dragons. And that includes Imric himself, of course. No, Imric doesn't fly on a dragon, does he? He just has a warhorse. Actually, I can't remember. Cannot remember for sure whether he's... Well, obviously he's mounted on a dragon, Michael, because I can see it right there. And of course it would make sense for him to be on a dragon. He's the dragon legendary lord. Okay. Alright, so... Chuck, you're going to have to hold out for a turn, my dude, with the benefit of the garrison and just some crappy Skaven slaves and whatever regiment of renown we get. And then meanwhile back here, Pestilich, you are going to lay siege. You're going to encircle. We're going to bring Trab back in. And then we're going to go ahead and end things right here with this being the first thing that we will do in the next episode. And I'm pleased to say it looks like the campaign is still functioning. So next up is Skrulk. I'll check to make sure Skrulk is working. I'm almost positive Kazrak is working. And I'm almost positive that Thorek is not working. But I will double check that one more time. And in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode.